Beautiful snowy day in February, the day after not Thanksgiving, where am I? After Valentine's Day. Yesterday was beautiful, lots of sun. Today, snowing like a bag outside. Anyhow, it's Gatlin here from Carphonics. Nice to see you again. Standing behind me is the Corvette that I told you I would take a video of for you. So I guess I'll get right into it. So this car is a good close friend of mine's vehicle. It was his dad's vehicle, and he recently passed away. And my friend contacted me and said, hey, you know what, let's do an audio system in this car, and let's do it up and make it nice, so when I take my daughter out for a tour in the summertime with it, we can really enjoy it. So it's a 2003 Corvette. It's a really cool, I almost want to say like a British racing green color. Really dusty because it's kind of been here for a couple of months right now, but we're getting really close in the final steps. It's 03 convertible with the beige on black interior, so it's got the beige top there, which is kind of tucked away. So what we did is we'll kind of start at the front here. First we did a 240 amp alternator on this 5.7 liter, I think it's 5.7 liter Corvette engine. I'm not sure which series of Corvette engine it is. I'm not really an American car guy, more of a Japanese car guy, but so we did the alternator for him. Also upgraded all the power cabling going from the alternator. It's called like a big 3, right? And that follows up there and then goes into the battery area over there. I got a battery charger tender on it right now. Again, everything's very dusty. Before he brought it to me, it was all covered in, dust because it had been sitting in his dad's garage for a while. So I will go over here and show you that. Gotta quickly unplug this from the wall so I can get around it and plug that back in. Now that I'm around it, boom. So we put a Shurkin power cell in here. Again, these are just terminals that are on the battery to keep it tenderized as we're working on it, and it's sitting around the shop and that kind of thing. But so Shurkin power cell here. It's a 650 cranking amp, 55 amp hour battery. It's got side posts and top posts. The side posts are for the factory side of things, so all the factory accessories and starting and all that stuff is there. And then on the top here we got our positive, which we did 1-aught power cabling from the front here to the amplifier rack that's behind that area right there. And then we have this is our charge wire from our alternator, which runs kind of from our alternator underneath that panel there, across the top, across here, and then into here, and then into the battery. Here's our fuse for our audio system here. And then we have welding cable ground, which goes from here outside the battery box, kind of runs along here, and then goes to a factory grounding point, which is right there. So I cleaned that all off and made sure it's a nice solid ground. Just something to do, so that way you get a little less light dimming when you're hitting the audio system. It still does a little bit. There isn't really a whole lot of space in the back of this thing, as you can imagine. We're kind of contemplating and throwing around the idea of adding a power cap to it to kind of assist with the draw there. Again, we're just kind of throwing around that idea. So on the front doors we did Morel hybrid elites, as well as in the rear. And those were just done on some speaker adapter plates that you guys are familiar with. I showed you that yesterday on the GMC truck, the CNC machined adapter plates that go in the door here, along with the tweeter. It's all tucked away behind the door panel. You can't see it, but we did Dynamat inside and outside of the door panel here, make it for a really nice solid installation. In the front, and go figure, Metra, the company that I deal with for aftermarket dash kits, started making a double din dash kit for this thing after I custom hand fabricated a dash kit for it myself. Always seems to be that way when I do a car for long enough, like the old 2000 to 2003 Chevrolet Camaros. I was making double din dash kits for them all the time out of fiberglass, spending hours and time and making that happen. And then Metra started making one. Same thing with this car, as usual. They haven't brought it out quite yet, but anyhow, so the dash kit's done now. That's all been molded in there by hand. There's other companies out there that sell these doubled-in dash kits that charge you an arm and a leg for them. You got to send them your factory dash piece, and then they'll modify, you know, that area in and around there to fit a doubled-in dash radio, and doesn't seem too cost-effective in my eyes. So anyhow, we'll custom make you a doubled-in dash for any vehicle for a third of the price of what any of those companies online are doing. But so I'll let you see what that looks like here. Throw the key in the ignition, and so yeah, it's an Exelon radio. It's a DDX 383 or 393, Bluetooth, non-nav, iPod is there. In the back, I will show you, and we haven't quite finished this amplifier rack yet, but we're getting really close. But before I do that, I'll show you the trunk. Back here we got a JL Stealth box, which is underneath of this panel. So I'll quickly lift this up so I can show you that, if that's a possibility. Here we are. So underneath of this panel there's a single JL W3V3 2 ohm 10-inch woofer, and in a fiberglass enclosure that fits down to that wheel well area. And then this panel here has a grill over top of it, so we can still listen to the woofer but not see it. So it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, which is kind of nice. So I'll throw that back on, and this just kind of goes there and then clips into place, as you can see there. So you still got all your storage along the left and the right hand side there. But I can't show you the amplifier rack until I close the trunk, because it won't open until I do that. Here, I will open this up. There's a button underneath of here, right there. And underneath of here, we have the amp rack. So we got two JL audio. We got an HD 1200/1, and then we have an HD 600/4 for the mids and the highs. And I'll lift this top up for you as much as I can. Let's see here. There we go. So there's the amp rack. It's all lit up. Obviously, we're going to be doing a piece of plexiglass here and a plexiglass there. That's still yet to be revealed to the customer, so I'm not showing that in the video. But I'll quickly lift up the panel that we made here just to show you the wiring underneath. So we have all of our LED strips, which, like I said, it's not 100% done yet. The backing on these LED strips, for some reason, likes to come off, which is rather annoying. So we got to figure out a way of getting these to stick on there a lot better without falling off constantly. Probably gonna just you know, maybe hot glue it, or you know, find some kind of better adhesive that will stick on there. There's all of our wiring there. We ran our crossovers in the back there, and ran it active, which is probably the best way to do it up front. And we've got our relay here, which powers up our LEDs. There's our 4-channel amplifier with some really nice RCA cables there. We're using home style wiring on all of our speakers, so it's a 16 gauge in-wall home theater style cable. Real nice stuff. And then this panel just goes over top. We haven't figured out a way yet of mounting that on there permanently, but we'll do that once we get the Lexan or plexiglass panels made up for this thing. But as you can see, you know, it lights up around the amplifiers, which is real slick. And then you know, when the top is down, which I'll do now. There we go. And then this thing is down. It'll look real slick behind the seats there, which is really nice. Waiting on the seats, a company here in town called Fibrenew does the seats for me. There was some damage on the driver's side as well as passenger side. We have them reupholstering both seats and repairing some fiberglass issues on the driver's side there. On this one, I'm still in the middle of doing some, or working out some issues with YouTube and the copyright infringement with the Cryptic Wisdom. So I would love to give you a demo on this, but unfortunately, I feel as though if I give you any more than 10 seconds or so, it probably won't work out too well. And the sound quality on my iPhone, yeah, I know I'm using my iPhone and I shouldn't be using my iPhone, but it's so quick, it's so easy, I have it on me, it's always charged. and I can do all my video editing and everything on just one thing here. I haven't even taken one edit, you know, so I'll be posting this entire video on YouTube as one cut, which works out well for me, and less editing, you know, I'll work on it. I'll do some better stuff. I gotta find more time. That's the problem. But anyhow, I'll give you a little demo, maybe of just the radio, just to kind of show you how it sounds. And we'll go to the source here, go to radio, and we'll go to 7.97.5. So that's all I'm gonna play for you, just for now. You gotta bear with me, guys. I will get the Cryptic Wisdom copyright thing all taken care of. I'm in the middle of the dispute with them, so as soon as they see the letter that I got from him in regards to doing copyright information, then I'll give you better demos. But anyhow, so just a quick little tour of the Corvette you guys have been seeing in the background. I'll be doing an update video on the 300ZX Turbo very shortly, in the next day or two. And then from there, taking other videos of random stuff that we do, like, you know, this kind of stuff that Damien's working on today, just doing a simple deck install into this ML350. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys watching very much, and make sure you like the shit out of this video, and make sure you slam that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next one, Carphonics out. Thank you very much for watching.